Hello and welcome. I'm Jake from Cyber. In this video, we'll be configuring Active Directory on a deployment of Windows Server 2019. We will use Active Directory to create some users, add them to a group, add that group to an organizational unit, and then apply a group policy object to that organizational unit. Our group policy object will use a bat file to assign a remote folder to a drive letter on the user's computer. We will learn how to use organizational objects to propagate changes through a network. To follow this guide, you need to have a Windows 10 client and a Windows Server 2019 deployment configured as the domain controller, and they should already be networked. So I'm going to be using virtual machines on VMware Workstation 17. So what is Active Directory? Active Directory is a tool that allows administrators to assign group policy objects to organizational units and a lot more. An organizational unit can contain users, groups, or other objects. When you apply a group policy object to an organizational unit, the contents of that organizational unit have the policies in that object applied to them. This video will give you a basic understanding of group policy objects, organizational units, groups, and how they interact. We'll also go over permissions a bit, and before we start, we're going to have a look at the Server Manager dashboard, and we're just going to make sure that everything is configured correctly. Okay, so here I am on my Windows Server 2019 installation. I can click on Start, and then Server Manager right here. This will take me to my dashboard. On your dashboard, you have installed modules, and you've also got information here about your local server. So you can see that my computer name is DC01. My domain is Design World. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard and refer to my introduction. And in the introduction, we said we're going to make users, add groups, organizational unit, group policy object. To make all that stuff make sense, we need to open up the Active Directory Administrative Center. From the Active Directory Administrative Center, we can administrate our Active Directory install. So Active Directory is how we use, this is how we add users, manage groups, do all that sort of stuff. So we do it right here. So all of this stuff, this is all default stuff, and we're not going to touch this stuff because some things use it. We don't need to touch it though. So we're only going to add to this, and we're going to add our own discrete folder or organizational unit. And I'm going to go right click right here. I'm going to say organizational unit. Our organizational unit is going to describe something. In this particular instance, it's describing an entire company. And it's going to be describing Design World. So I can see that I've made a new organizational unit called Design World. And I've just navigated inside it. And I can go right over here, new, and I can say organizational unit, user, and group. So if this organizational unit, it means organizational unit, it's a folder. In this organizational unit, it describes our company. So in our company, we have got employees. And so we need an organizational unit to describe our employees. I'm going to make a new organizational unit to describe the administrative staff, and I'm going to call it admin staff. And then I'm going to make a new one, and they're going to be called designers. I'm going to navigate into admin staff. I'm going to say new group, admin staff. New admin staff, new user, Riley. Riley will be a member of our admin staff. Login for Riley is Riley. And I'm just going to change the password settings. Okay, so we've now added a new user called Riley, and we've added admin staff group. We've added a group called admin staff, and we've done that inside our organizational unit that describes our admin staff. So from here, I can view Riley's properties, and I can see that Riley is only a member of our domain users. Riley is not a member of the admin staff because we haven't specified that Riley is a member of the admin staff yet. So to do that, we right click and we say add to group. And then we type admin staff. And you can see that I've done a typo there. So I say check names. It hasn't found it. I get rid of the typo. I say check names again, and it finds the staff. So there we go. Now Riley is a member of admin staff. And to make sure that that's the case, we can go properties. And we go down here, member of admin staff. Awesome. So we can go back to Design World now, designers, add a new group. This group is designers. And the member, I'm just going to really quickly, it was Riley. Okay. So Riley was our admin staff. I'm going to go into designers now. I'm already in designers. And I'm going to say, here we go, designers, new user, because I've already started the group. Sorry, that was a little confusing there. Sammy. New user called Sammy. Our Sammy's login will be Sammy. And the password will be password. I shouldn't tell you. Make sure you don't tell users. Okay, it doesn't match. Awesome. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, here I am. I've done it right this time. Sammy, user account Sammy. You get that. So Sammy, not a member of designers, just a domain user. So from here, we're going to go add to group. We're going to type in designers. And there we go. So from here, I can go back to my Active Directory Administrative Center, and I can see that I've got an organizational unit called Design World that describes my company. Inside there, I've got 2 organizational units, each describing different staff. You know, so if we had more staff members in our admin staff, we would put them there, and we would make sure that they were in our admin staff group. So from here, I'm going to pause our recording really quickly. Okay, so we've added our users. We've given them some folders to interact with. Now we need to set up our group policy object, but we still aren't ready to do that because we need something for our group policy object to do. And what our group policy object to do, what it's going to do is execute a batch file, and that batch file is going to contain the netuse command, and that netuse command is going to assign a drive letter to that folder that we've just created. So we're going to do that by looking at the syntax of netuse. I'm going to go right here. This is our syntax for netuse. We can scroll down and we can see some examples. We're going to steal some examples here. Here we are in the Windows Server again. I'm going to open up Notepad. I'm going to say netuse, DC financial errors. I'm going to open up my file right here. I'm going to go to C drive, Design World, Admin Docs, sharing, and then that's our path. So we take our path right here, admin docs. Because there's a space in our path, we're going to need to put it into little quotes. I don't want to use the A drive, I want to use the J drive for admin docs. And this is going to be saved as a batch file. I'm going to just save it to the desktop. So I'm going to save this as admin docs. All files .bat. And it's just shown up there. So now I'm going to say use K design docs. And again, I'm going to put it in my quotes. Deleted my quotes. Actually, that doesn't need a quote, so I'll get rid of those. And I'm going to save. Whoops, that's just that I've just written over admin docs. That's so dumb. All right, I'll keep that in. So we're going to go back to J. We're going to go back over here. Sharing, admin docs. Very much apologize. Put it in our quotes. Save J as admin docs. Okay, sorry about that. K drive now will be pointed to our design. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to make sure it's saved to design. And I'm going to go save as this time. Save as desktop. And those will be design docs. All files .bat. Design docs. Points to design, points K to design. I'm going to point L, to templates. We have properties, templates. We go templates here, change it to L, save as, all files, templates, .bat. Now I've got all those. Great work. I'm going to pause the recording again. Okay, here we are again. To recap, we have created some users, created some groups, organized them in organizational units, and we've also created our batch files here. So now we're going to need to apply these batch files using a group policy object to our organizational units. To do that, we open up our Windows key and we go Server Manager and we go Group Policy Objects from Tools. Tools over here, Group Policy Management. So open that up. This is what it looks like when you open it up. We're going to go Domains, Design World, and hey, look at that. Design World and Admin Staff. But there's nothing in it. Shouldn't there be our users and our groups there? Well, our users and our groups will not be shown here, but organizational units can have group policy objects applied to them. So again, if we look at our introduction, we know that we're using organizational units to apply group policy objects to the contents of those organizational units. So let's create a group policy object and make what I just said make sense. So new group policy object. This group policy object is going to apply templates to drive letter. So I'll just say templates to drive here. I'm going to edit my group policy object. And now this group policy object happens to be a script that will run at logon. And so we'll go to logon and go show files really quickly. And I'm going to add my templates batch file. And I can add it in there. Now, I'm going to really quickly make sure. Templates to drive, log on. Templates is in the right way. Yep, okay. So now I can say add, script name, browse, templates from the login page. You don't want to add it from the desktop. So we say okay here, apply. And now we've got templates to drive. Let's do that a couple more times. New group policy object of admin docs to drive. Admin docs to drive is going to show edit. And we're going to add another group policy that executes at logon. Admin docs. I can't quite remember what's it. Quick access. And I hope that it was admin docs. There we go. So I've just added that to my admin docs folder. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Admin docs. Yep. Add it. Script name. Admin docs. Awesome. Apply. Hit OK. Hit OK. Okay, so admin docs to drive, templates to drive. I'm going to go again. Admin docs, templates. What was the other one? Designers. Designers to drive. Going to go edit here. Policies, software settings, scripts, log on. This is designers. So you go desktop, design docs. Here we go. So, okay. Now we've got templates, designers, and admin docs to drive. How are we gonna assign these to our user groups and stuff? We just drag our group policy object over to our organizational unit and magically it will work. So templates to drive, we can edit templates to drive. We can go over, we can see what templates to drive does by going show files. And I'm just going to open up a notepad really quickly. I'm going to drag templates into here. Templates does net use L to templates. We want everybody to have templates, have access to that templates drive, because everybody uses that templates drive. Might be a shared drive. So what I want to do is I want to take this templates to drive and I want to just put it in design world. Do you want to link to GPOs? You have selected this organizational unit. Yes. Templates to drive. Now templates to drive is associated with design world, and any organizational unit inside design world will have templates to drive associated with it. I can go admin staff, admin docs to drive. Add that to the admin staff. Designers designers to drive, add that to the organizational unit. All right, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go check it on the client server, on the client thing now. So I'll just hop over to that. Okay, here we are, logged into the Windows 10 client on SAMI. So this computer is SAMI at the moment. I'm not going to go over connecting a Windows 10 machine to a domain. There's other YouTube videos for that. Now, the astute among you will know what's about to happen here. I'm going to go over to this PC, and I'm going to see that templates is there, but design documents is not there. Now, the way that we set out our group policy objects should have propagated such that templates is there and design documents is there. So that's very strange. There's a command that we can use in a situation like this, however, and that command is cmd gp result /r. So here we go. This is giving us information about our connection to the domain, and we can see that our applied group policy objects is templates to drive, but design files to drive, that's not there. Why is that not there? Let's go and have a look at it. Now, I made a mistake whilst I was applying these BAT files, whilst I was applying the group policy, well, actually whilst I was creating the group policy. And so we can go over there. Again, this is what it'll look like. We go to our group policy object, and we see designers to drive. Let's have a look at it. There's no script here. Very interesting. Some idiot must have not selected it. That's crazy. Let's select it. Let's press OK. And now that we've made a change to our server, we're going to make sure that it's all running correctly and that all of our changes are up to date. It's a command that we can use, gp update /force. And this update, sorry, this command, this will take a second. It can take up to a minute. Well, it takes a lot longer than that sometimes. But it'll take a minute to update. Yep, there we go. Now we can restart. And I'll be back when that's done. Okay, hello, here we are. Logged back into SAMI after propagating our changes. And we can go to this PC. Oh, design and templates are there. That's fantastic. Let's pull up command prompt and go gp result again. gp result /r. Whoops. And we can see templates to drive, designers to drive. Awesome. We'll go over here again, and the update that we used was gp update /force. There you go. Should have it now. Good luck. Okay, so to recap, we created an organizational unit to represent our company. We nested organizational units in the parent organizational unit so our changes could propagate. We added users and groups to those organizational units in the intended way. We applied a group policy object to those organizational units. We performed error checking and troubleshooting procedures. We should now understand how to apply group policy objects to organizational units and have those changes propagate throughout our network. We have a basic understanding of Active Directory. So if you'd like to, like and subscribe. I'll probably end up making a couple more videos for this channel. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck. Take care.